Hey y'all, so let's chat, okay? Today we're going to be talking about the Love 'Em or Leave 'Em that I heard on WGCI this morning. Excuse me for how I recorded it. I'm still trying to grasp how I want to do these Love 'Em or Leave 'Ems. Next time I think I'm going to just show my face while I rag, you know. But I'm going to let y'all listen to the Love 'Em or Leave 'Em. And then we're going to chat about this, okay? Because I feel like I've talked briefly about this before on my Instagram, and I'm really ready to let y'all have it, okay? So, few seconds, go ahead and listen to the Love 'Em or Leave 'Em from WGCI this morning.
WGCI. Be our guest. Send an email to me, Kendra G, at WGCI.com. I got an email from a young lady. I got to keep her name anonymous because she listens, her best friend listens, and the guy we talking about listens. So here we go. Kendra, so my best friend, my girl for over 15 years, has had this crush on this guy we grew up with literally forever. Like, I can remember when we were in high school, she would daydream about marrying him one day. Now we're older, she still has this unexplainable crush on him. Well, last Christmas, I actually ran into him at a Christmas Eve party. We were in a group picture together, and we were both tagged on IG, so naturally we started to follow each other. Well, since then, we DM each other every now and then, and we actually have kicked it a few times. He knows who my best friend is, and I asked him would he like to go out on a date with her, and he said honestly he was feeling me in that way, and has been for a while. He said he never mentioned anything to me before because I was in a relationship. Kendra, I'm stuck. I actually think I like him too, but I know my best friend will be so hurt, and I do not want to hurt her. What should I do? Love on your best friend.
Leave it alone.
I'm with you, Leah. I'm with you, Leah. I think I'm with you. This your best friend for 15 years. She has a crush on him.
Okay, so I know like some of it may have been a little muffled. We working on it. But pretty much what they said was homegirl and her friend, they've been knowing this guy since high school, at least, if not younger. And her friend had a crush on this man all this time, ain't never said nothing. And now that her and him hanging out and she realized he's interested, she don't know what to do. And all I'm gonna say is y'all gotta grow up, okay? Life, the cities in which we live in is too small and too short. Now, what I will say is, in a situation like this, I think she has to talk to her friend. You got to talk to the friend first. You got to give them that respect of knowing, like, hey, this is what's going on. This is how I feel. This is how he feels. And present it like that. And then if she still has a problem with it, take that into consideration. However, I just think it is unfair. Like, they ain't never kissed. They ain't never fucked. They ain't never been out on no date. Like, this is merely a crush. It'd be different if she said me and him used to mess around and now he's interested in me. That's where the muddy waters start to come in. But baby, when you're over the age of 21, like, we're grown. We're grown. So I understand, like, because Kendra was like, I'm a loyal friend and I would never do that. And maybe that's why she isn't married yet. Because you cutting off all, like, it's not to say that it's not a billion people out here. And that's why I would understand if she had previous dealings with this man. But a crush, we have crushes on people all the time. And she's had ample amount of time to make this crush a reality. You done known this man how long? How long? And now we grown, and now he's finally saying he's interested in me, and I'm interested back, and I'm just supposed to not do nothing. Even though I've given you 15 years of the friendship to shoot that motherfucking shot and do what you need to do. And her friend, I think at some point in there, they said that, or was that somebody else who called in after? I can't remember, but it may have been the case of, like, the girl had dated other people in the meantime. Like, so clearly you're not that serious about him. So me and him doing whatever we do shouldn't even bother you. And you can call me a bad friend, whatever. I just feel like living in Chicago is small. So unless y'all actually was in a relationship, y'all was actively dating and having sex, I don't be for all of that day off limits type shit. Like, because essentially you just never know what relationships will manifest into something more. And you don't give yourself the opportunity to explore that if you're cutting off everybody your homegirl thinks is cute. Like, that's what I don't like. Like, it's so easy to flirt or to have crushes with people with all of this accessibility of social media. So, I respect my friends enough to have a conversation with them. And I'm still my own person, and a bitch is single and looking. So, I'm not going to throw away a completely good man because you have a crush on him, but a crush you ain't never did shit about. You can call me a bad friend, because somebody else called up after she was finished telling the story and was like, you know, me and my friends, we done did this, and we're grown essentially. And Kendra was like, well, I'm glad you're not my friend. Ma'am, like, again, there's a certain level of communication that can happen to allow a situation like that to not be that big of a deal. I know it just depends on the person. I've had dudes that I had crushes on, but hey, if that man tell you he into you, why? Like, I think that makes you a bad friend to cock block when that man clearly don't want you. She tried to pitch for you. She tried to throw it out there like, hey, why don't you date my friend? And he ain't want that. So how is that fair to anybody in the situation? That, I think, is selfish on behalf of that friend. Because you, and even I tell the guy, like, you gonna have to let her down before me and you could be anything. I don't think it's my responsibility to speak for you, but I do feel like he need to come to me like, hey, listen, I like your friend. I'm trying to get in there. Do you have a problem with it? Like, he needs to make that speakable, so that way friend already knows, okay, he don't like me like that. I think that makes you a selfish friend to sit there and cock block on a situation where you know that person don't want you and they want your friend, and you just happen to like them and all of that. Like, I just think that's selfish. That's selfish. I want the best for my friends, and even if the person that I want don't want me and he want one of them, as long as this ain't no ex we talking about, or a man that I was damn near in love with because I was having sex with him, we was going out on dates, all of that, then I just feel like it's free game. Like, you're not going to tell me that and even, I give you another example. You're not going to tell me that a man that you fucked one time when you was in high school is off limits to me dating. I'm not going for that. Like, who you was giving your cooch to when you was 14, 15, that don't have nothing to do with me. That is so far removed. I feel like after so many years, some stuff is just removed. And think about the degree of it. Like, you just having sex with somebody is not a full-blown relationship. And again, like, you can't compare stuff from when you was younger. Like, we 30 and I can't talk to this guy because you gave him a hand job in the movie theater when we was 12. Like, that shit is not, like, that's so immature. So what? Like, we grown. Everybody had somebody before you. So, even if you happen to know the person, it's a respect thing, I feel like, and a maturity thing, and a communicative thing. As long as we can communicate that this is what's going on, this is what's going to make me happy or not happy, then I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem. I think it's very restrictive and unfair to be like, nope, every guy that I think is cute that I would want to be with is off limits to all my friends. No, I think that there is an exception to every rule. Every rule. And you got to just be open to have, like, a lot of people don't want to have them hard conversations, so they just sneak around their friend. And that shit will drive you. Like, you'll be having secret panic attacks and not even knowing because you had this information from somebody you talk to every day. You don't want it to be like that. And again, we grown. I don't need to hide or be sneaky about nothing. So you want to be able to communicate. And if your friend feels like that is like a reason to end the friendship, I think you got to evaluate where you all are. What type of spaces are you both in? Because sometimes a friendship is worth more than a guy or somebody that you're interested in. On both ends, like, if I value my friendship enough to where my friend says it would really hurt her to mess with this guy, I'm going to take that into consideration. Does that mean I'm not going to do it? I'm not saying that either. And because I would want her to consider the other part of it, which is, you're stopping me from potentially having happiness when you got your own shit going on. You're not even really thinking about that man. You just trying to hold him hostage, and that's not okay. It's not okay. So I think sometimes we need to loosen up on the girl and the bro code. I think certain shit is standard. It's very standard, and it ain't no movement to it. Like, that is what it is. But I don't feel like that's something is strictly girl code, because it's a crush. Let's look at the wording. A crush. Not an ex, not somebody you used to mess around with. A crush. Somebody who you've been eyeing and admiring and would like to have something with. But my question is, why she ain't pursued it? And if she did try to pursue it, he might have curved her, and that's why shit never came of it. So, again, they said she's had a crush on this guy since we were younger. All throughout high school. So, baby, they're far removed from the first time she laid eyes on this man. At this point, he's fair game. And you need to not be that selfish cock-blocking friend that be like, no, you can't have him. You can't have him. They kill me. Like, bitches be saying they so over and they so far removed from him, and then the moment somebody else want him, it's a problem. Y'all, we trying to find love out here. So, y'all can't be putting y'all claws into everything, claiming it's yours. People do not belong to other people, okay? Remember that. You don't own nobody. So that's all I got for today. I'm going to try to keep this to being a thing whenever I can get in the car and actually catch you. I be having to catch love them or leave them. They didn't change the times on me. But yeah, I thought this was interesting, because a lot of people have had this problem, and we got to kind of expand on the rigidness of how we see people that we like or people that we want to be in a relationship with. All right, so y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, okay?